Today, I'm going to be growing this bag of Pioppino mushrooms. This is a mushroom kit that I picked up a while ago. It's been chilling in the fridge for roughly 6 months, but I took it out a week ago, and as you can see already, there's a lot of little pinheads growing here, so hopefully we get a good harvest soon. Next, we're gonna need something to grow this in. I'm gonna use a fruiting chamber that I made myself. It's kinda janky, but it's been working so far growing gourmet mushrooms. If you look over here on the top of the fruiting block, there are tons of little pins already beginning to set in. And I'm gonna have to remove those once I cut this bag open because these are aborted little mushrooms. And these will not be growing to full size. They're just gonna end up staying itty bitty. So I'll remove those once I cut this bag open. To successfully grow this fruiting block, we're gonna need a few things. First, we're gonna need isopropyl alcohol, and this is to keep everything sanitized. Second, we're gonna need some gloves, so you can stay sanitized. Third, we're gonna need a scalpel. Slice this bag open and let the oxygen go in. Finally, once we cut this bag open, we're gonna need a rubber band to tie it all together and keep the oxygen from going and drying out this actual block, so that the oxygen basically only interacts with the top of the fruiting block, allowing the pin set to form up here. All right. I made this fruiting chamber myself out of a plastic container that you could easily find at a local Target or Walmart. It's not the best, but it works for now. I also drilled out a couple of holes for airflow, but currently they're covered with tape, whereas they're typically covered with some permeable filter. To begin, I'm gonna have to first spray this container down and wipe it completely dry. This will ensure that there's the least amount of contamination possible, but because the mushroom has already colonized the entire fruiting block, it should be pretty resistant to any contamination at this point. But you always want to be safe, because things like trichoderma really like to consume fungal mycelium. Next, we'll need to sanitize this entire bag using the little bit of alcohol we have remaining left. Spray the scalpel down with isopropyl alcohol and give it maybe 30 seconds to dry off before cutting into the bag. We're not directly cutting the mycelium, so it should be okay if it's a bit wet still. Now we can cut the bag open. Let me just gently slice it through here, trying not to directly cut on any of the mushrooms and breathe too heavily on top of the mushrooms.